another controversial battle. Pay attention guys, this is crazy. The mistake, they are very bad actually, had a really clear strategy to win. Another it's weird. This can turn the situation. Was the result of this battle actually fair or it was a robbery? Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on this channel. Today I will react to a pretty controversial battle from SWUB VII, another controversial battle, which is the big final for the girls. This battle was between Jasi, Maya and Veronika. Pretty strong athletes, I would say, and I think it was very hard to judge that battle. But of course I have my opinions and I really want to share them with you today. Also, I want to mention that I made another video where I react my battle from this competition, which was against Jasi, where I share with you my thoughts. You can find it in the description below. You guys commented there that you want to see my thoughts about this battle. If you want to find out maybe more about the regulations before to start this, I recommend you to watch my previous video because I talk a bit the rules at the beginning before I started to react. Was the result of this battle actually fair or it was a robbery? We will try to find out in this video, but remember guys, this is just my personal opinion. Veronika is first. Each athlete has 45 seconds, 2 rounds of 45 seconds. And starting. Veronika, she is very good in dynamics. Dragon 720. To dislocate 360. To back lever, so we have just 2 dynamics. I don't know if she hold it, I think she did. Press, press in back lever. Not a hold. Press, another strand dynamic, another strand dynamic. Okay. Another, it's weird. So she doesn't really hold the statics. Whoop, whoop. Bam. Okay, so quick thoughts about this first Veronika's round. Okay, she combined more dynamics, super move, and then a super move, the Dragon 720, then a dislocate 360 that you don't see very often. But then I didn't saw any statics hold, and also the strength dynamics are not very high level. And overall she didn't have that many skills, you know, in this combo. Let's see who is second. I think not Jasi. I remember this. I saw this in real life. I think she thought that she was gonna start, but then Maya started because that was the order. Anyway, so the second is Maya. Let's see Maya's first round from the big final from SWUB VII. And 540, 2 shrimp flip, 2 frisbee. Yeah, that's frisbee. Okay. Then press. Iguana press on the high bar, which is crazy hard. And then she tried one arm, she didn't hold it, but still. And then an iguana planche on the bar, a hold. Not perfect form, but there is no other girl that did it better in this competition, I think. So it should be okay. Press. Clear statics, very clear. The holds, she's doing a lot of statics. similar with what I did. Okay, so quick thoughts about Maya's first round. Okay, she really combined the skills from all the categories. She had statics, she had strength dynamics. I'm not sure how judges count that press, iguana press to handstand on the high bar, because there are not a lot of people doing it, and I think it's pretty hard. You really have to have that balance. Maybe we can call it a kind of super move for balance, you know, because it's pretty hard. I'm not sure how they count it. So she combines statics, strength dynamics, and dynamics, all the categories. A pretty complete combo. I'm not sure how the combo judged the fact that she stepped on the bar, you know, she stopped on the bar to start that press to handstand. I'm not sure how that would affect the combo, and I'm not sure if it would affect the combo. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty complete combo. She finished the round where she started, so yeah. Let's see what Jasi does in the first round. Oh my god, as you can see, a lot of people, it's crazy. Wait, I want to make a quick mark. I remember from 2023 when I was to this competition, it's so crazy, that feeling when it's dark outside, but you only hear, you do something like this and you hear all the crowd. It's crazy. Crazy feeling. Okay. And she is starting also at the high bar. Alley-oop to Ganger, to Dragon 720. I think I already know her combo, to 540. Yeah, it's exactly the same dynamic combo she did in my round. And a straddle back lever Hefesto that I don't really like. Pull, press, a hold, so she had a static. Dynamic, strength dynamic, back lever, pull, press, straddle press, not a hold. Okay. So as we can see, guys, for the ones that saw my previous video with the reaction, well, she pretty much had a similar combo. I don't know if she changed maybe some strength dynamics only, or at least she held a front lever on the bar. So she has a statics, she combined all the categories, and it's a full combo. But still, she has the same strategy. She's spamming the strength dynamic, guys. So she doesn't want to take the statics because she probably knows that she can't get it. She doesn't even try. So she wants to maximize her chances to get the strength dynamics. Also, yeah, she has Hefesto, which Maya, she doesn't have it yet. And that's a little advantage, I would say, but also that press that Maya has it on the bar, it's pretty hard. I don't know, I would say it's similar with a Hefesto, you know, especially with that form. But I don't know how judges decided, but in my opinion, it's something similar. One is more on strength based and one is more on balance. But they are pretty hard, both. Okay, one thing that I can already see about Jasi's performance compared with other girls is that she has, in combinations, she has a lot more skills, you know? Not necessarily spamming, but she has a lot more. She does more dynamics, always, more strength dynamics. Statics, no, because this was the strategy. But if we start and count all the exercises each girls are doing on the bar, which is also a factor, you know, that matters for the combination judge, how many elements you actually have in that round. Well, she has, I think, a lot more compared with other girls, because she is doing it, she never stops, if this makes sense. So I think if we start and count all the elements she has in one combination, there are more than compared with other girls. Okay, so this is the first round of all the girls. Until now, I would say, let's see who wins until now. For dynamics, I would say Jasi wins because she did more, and she also did a super move, yeah, Dragon 720, but she did a lot more than the other girls. Okay, for the statics, Maya wins for sure because she's the only one that actually hold her statics. For strength dynamics, possible until now, Jasi for strength dynamics, just because, yeah, she has Hephaestus and she also spam the strength dynamics, so she did a lot more than Maya. For example, Veronika, yeah, she didn't have that many power. She only did power strength dynamics. She didn't do too many strength dynamics, and the ones she did, it was just back lever press and front lever straddle press, which is not that. Okay, so that's why I think until now Jasi has strength dynamics. And for the combinations, it's very, very subjective. I don't know what to say. Every girl had a complete combo on the bar. Depends from what perspective we are seeing this, you know, because Maya, she combined all the elements from all the three categories. She held her statics, and the quality of the strength movements was higher for Maya. Okay, but in the same time, Jasi, she had more elements on the bar, and maybe the flow was a bit better for Jasi because she didn't stop that much. So I would say for combination is draw for now between Jasi and Maya. Okay, so a quick recap. Jasi, I think she got until now the dynamics. Maya got the statics. For strength dynamics, I think it's a little bit of advantage for Jasi. And for combination, I would say equal until now. Let's see what the girls did in the second, because this can turn the situation. Okay, Veronika starts with a press to iguana, hold, iguana handstand. Okay, then she is going for a straddle planche, hold, okay. V-sit, not hold. Then she's stopping, stops her combo. Press in straddle, 2 presses. Back lever, press. Not a hold. Again, straddle, front lever press. She repeats her skills. Then a hold in straddle, but not an actual hold because she didn't hold it for 3 seconds. Okay, so I think Veronika, she improved since last time I saw her, which was, I don't know when, but I met her in a competition, and I see that she improved a bit in statics. In dynamics, she was good then also. For sure, she knows that she has to improve a bit more, and I see that she's on the good road for sure. She had 2 combos, not that quality, strength dynamics and statics. Let's go forward, and I will tell you later Okay, now is Maya's turn. Let's see what she does. Now she's getting the energy, I think. I don't know. Okay, she starts with a very beautiful front lever. She's just playing in full front lever. Okay, so static. Then push in planche with a hold. V-sit or E-sit. Press to handstand 2. Pay attention, guys, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she did a flag. I think that's a flag, one arm flag, which is crazy. You don't see this pretty often, especially in girls category. It's crazy move. Press, front lever, another press. Okay, and then a little dynamic. Okay guys, I don't know if you saw my last video, but do you remember how Jasi fell on her last skill on P-bars? She fell directly on her butt. Here, Maya's dismount is not that bad. Maybe. Okay, she almost landed. I don't know if they count it as a fail. Probably not, because not even Jasi's... Yeah, this was for sure not counted as a fail. Okay, now is Jasi's run, but before this, let me tell you a bit my thoughts about Maya's combination. So it's crazy. That combination, static and strength dynamic combination, is pretty crazy and hard to do. But what I can see in Maya's performance, as I saw in mine also, she did a lot of statics, when on the other part Jasi only spams strength dynamics. I'm really curious what strategy Maya had, but as I can see, yeah, she did a lot of statics because she probably wanted to take statics, or she just wanted to show what she can do, which is crazy. That one arm flag, what the fuck? It's crazy for girls, it's crazy, but the mistake in her performance, what I can see from outside, is that she did a lot of statics, which takes a lot of time. The statics that category was hers without all the statics, you know, only with that full front lever and iguana planche, probably statics were hers. So yeah, this is a mistake, as I told you, because yeah, on the other part, Jasi knows that she had to spam those strength dynamics to push as much as possible to get that strength dynamics. But about the Maya's performance, okay, she combined it, we can say all the categories, because she finished with that dynamics, but more she combined it statics with strength dynamics, a really complete combo and full round combo on the P-bars, which is very hard because each move you are doing on the P-bar or wherever you would do, each move becomes harder and harder if you don't step out of the construction, you know. So it's hard to have a 45 or 1 minute combo. Let's see what Jasi did in her last, this is the last round. Let's see what she did, and then comment and tell you my opinion about this bet, my final opinion, my final thoughts. I'm really curious why Jasi, she's wearing that very hard wrist wraps when she is doing on the P-bars. Probably she is injured or something. Either she's injured or she was injured in the past and she's just trying to protect her wrists. Okay, some 2 planche push-ups, which they are very bad actually, if you ask me, and if I'm being completely honest, I want to see them again, because you see, she is not even going to 90-degree angle with her elbow, which should be a minimum, right? And also her body is right up, she is not parallel with the ground. If the judges were really strict, which they should really be strict if you ask me, this shouldn't be counted at all. But they were counted probably. 1, 2, I don't think it was a hold. And then she does a press. 0, 1, 2. Not valid, that push. I don't think it was valid. Okay, and then she stops her combo. sorry. She stops her combo, and then she goes for the P-bars, and she does another festo. She stops again, and then she does dynamic. I don't know how is that called. It's crazy, but still it's crazy. And then another dynamic that she lands perfectly. And then she stops again. 2 pull-ups and a statics. Static. And then, okay, before we see the results, even though, of course, I know who won, you guys probably know also who won, but I will tell you my opinion. Okay, overall, with the both rounds. First, the dynamic category. I would say the dynamic goes for Jasi because she had more dynamics and maybe with more quality. I mean, not necessary, but she had like a higher level in dynamics and a better flow in dynamics, okay? So Jasi, she has the dynamics. Okay, on the other hand, for statics, Maya definitely has the statics because she had crazy statics, okay? She had iguana planche on the high bar, she had a really clean front lever, full front lever even. She had one arm flag, which is also static, it's crazy. She definitely has the statics, so until now it's the same. Okay, now let's see. For the strength dynamics, this is very, very hard to tell again because Jasi, she spammed a lot strength dynamics when Maya did more statics with clean, of course, clean strength dynamics. So on the part of cleanness, yeah, Maya, she is getting, her strength dynamics were a lot more clean, but probably they weren't enough. Also, between them, you know, Jasi has Hefesto, even though it's bad form. Maya doesn't have it, but I would say it's equivalent to press to iguana on the high bar. I would say it's eagle, but Jasi did 2 Hefestos and also a lot of strength dynamics, spam, if you remember, 2 presses, 2 push-ups, even though it was bad form, it was probably counted. So she spammed a lot, and that's why probably, I don't know if it's fair, but it's on the rules. I would say it's very, very good calculated on the rules. And I really think that Jasi, she won the strength dynamics. Even though the quality was not perfect, she did a lot of quantity, okay? So Jasi has dynamics and strength dynamics until now. But anyway, Maya should be very, very close, so it's almost a draw. But now for the combinations. Guys, I'm not sure about the results and the points each judge gave to each girl as I had for my battle, but for combinations, my opinion is that Maya should have get the combinations. It would be 2-2, but I will explain why the combinations I think. So for the first round, I told you guys that it was equal, I would say, for Jasi and Maya in combinations after the first round, but the second round made that difference, you know, because Jasi, she stopped 3 times, exactly like in my case, so she didn't have a complete round combo as Maya had. Also, Maya, she combined all 3 categories, while Jasi, she combined just strength dynamics with dynamics, because she didn't really hold the statics, maybe just 1, you know. Yeah, I think at the end she only held 1 static. So in combinations, I would say for more completeness and cleanness, and yeah, Maya should get it. But now it's 2-2. I'm not sure if this was the result of the judges also, and then they summed the points. But even though if they summed the points, I would say probably Maya should have get more, you know, because she, in my opinion, she was very close on the strength dynamics with Jasi. But the result, guys, was, let's see. Okay, so Veronika got the 3rd place. I expected that. Everyone expected that. She has to improve a bit her she has to improve a bit her statics. But now for the first. Poor Maya. Yeah, Jasi, she won this competition again for the 2nd time. And I know a lot of people jumped on her and on the organization, because a lot of people doesn't think that this battle, this result was actually fair. But if we stay and watch it, you know, on the paper, we can see that they were very close. Each had 2 categories, I would say. I'm not sure how the judges actually counted all the categories, but it was very close. If I had to give a final opinion, I would probably said, if I didn't know the result, and I don't know if I'm subjective here, because, you know, Jasi also beat me in the same way, and it's a bit annoying. Probably I'm a bit subjective, but I would say Maya should have won, because she's more clean, probably a bit more complete. But, you know, I can understand why Jasi won. She had a very clear, as I told in the last video, she had a really clear strategy to win, guys. She was on the rules, she knew the rules, she made her combos on the rules to win. So she knew what she has to do. Is this fair or it's a robbery? I wouldn't say it's a robbery, because probably judges decided exactly how they thought, of course, based on their experience. So I'm not trying to judge them. And also they have to take the decision very quickly, which is hard. You have to take under pressure very important decisions, which is very hard and stressful. And I'm sure they try to be fair, of course, based on their experience. I don't completely agree with them still. Even with this battle, I don't agree how they judged. Probably I'm a bit subjective. You know, it's so strange to react to a battle that is not mine, because I know what I felt and I know what I did. Here, I don't know. I don't know what Maya felt. I don't know what Maya did or Jasi. But yeah, I can understand, as I did in my battle, I can understand how. But I don't really completely agree with it. And I know a lot of people jumped on the head of the organization with this year judging, but you know, at the end of the day, they don't really have what to do. especially now. I hope they will improve for the next year, because they will slowly lose their respect if this keep happening, because in this competition a lot of battles were pretty weird. But again, I don't want to judge anyone, you know. I know how hard it is to be a judge and also an organizer. It's very, very hard, and you can't control anything. And I don't think it was a robbery. I don't think anyone had any kind of interest. But yeah, this still hurts the athlete, even though it was not with intention, probably. I hope. This hurts the athlete, and yeah, it's okay if they can still find that motivation, and if they are not doing this just for a title. You have to expect in a competition that anything can happen. You can be fucked, but not with intention, you know, because at the end of the day there are 4 judges, 4 people that have to decide your destiny in that competition. And I'm sure they are trying their best, but we are humans at the end of the day, and mistakes can happen. Also, the regulations are not clear. They let a lot of space for judges to decide from their experience, which is good and bad at the same time, because you don't know exactly what to expect and what each judge wants. Maya got second place. Not gonna lie, I'm completely honest. I really hoped for Maya to win, but this is just a subjective opinion, because yeah, Jasi, she beat me in the same way before this. So you know, you had that. Ugh. It is what it is, guys. You can't control what happens. I really hope Maya, and I think she did, found that motivation to come back stronger than ever. A lot of girls probably found their motivation to come back stronger than ever after this competition. It's gonna be so crazy in the future to see how the level in girls is going, because already is going like crazy. Okay, so guys, in conclusion, I know a lot of you believe that this was a robbery. I don't think it was. I really hope that Maya will win, because she has a better form in statics and in strength dynamics, and she is very complete and she is very nice. But the decision was a bit weird. I'm not sure exactly what points each judge gave to each participant. For this battle is pretty similar to my battle. Jasi, she is very smart. Maya probably she didn't know her strategy and she did what she could do the best. But her mistake is not really a mistake, was that she did exactly like me, a lot of holds for statics that she already had that category, instead of doing more strength dynamics. Yeah guys, this was pretty much my opinion about this battle. I'm really curious to see your thoughts. You can write it down in the comments below. If you want me, I don't know, to react to another battle, you can also write in the comments. Stay tuned, because I have a series that I will edit for you that is also related to this competition, which is, I don't know how many of you know about my series To The Top, which I'm showing you how I prepare for each competition. I had recorded some videos for this too, but now I have to edit them. It will take a lot of time. I don't know if they will be relevant until they will go out. Also, I have a vlog from there, but until then you can enjoy this video and also the video that I posted last time with the reaction of my battle. Thank you for watching this. Don't forget that everything is possible if you work hard enough. See you guys next time.